that's yours, right?
Yes.
All right, so this evening, our first evaluator is Joe Jones, and Joe will be evaluating Claudia Mitchell-McLeod. Please welcome Joe Jones.
Claudia is an advanced Toastmaster. She's given a lot of speeches. And most of her speeches are incredibly creative and inspirational and involve a lot of deep thought. And I love those speeches. This was not one. You've been around, so I'm going to give it to you just like I see it. The title of your speech was Knowledge is Power. And so I assumed that there was some tie-in in your speech to that. But the main focus of the speech was not knowledge, it was money. You had us put down monetary values, and so the title, I didn't really click with the title, Knowledge is Power, with what you actually did during the speech. I was a little lost. One of the things I liked is that you had us imagine the past, then you brought us to the current, and then you had us project into the future, which is a nice technique. Of course, doing that, you had us write down some dollar figures so that we could know kind of where we stand compared to where we hope that we are in the future. But I like the use of that memories and future thoughts. It was a relatively weak opening, and it might be part of the environment here, but it didn't really get didn't capture my attention like I kind of expected it to. And consequently, it was a relatively weak ending when you just basically said, so that's something that you might want to consider in the future. And I'm assuming that you were referring to the numbers that you had us engaged with. And that was the primary audience interaction, was writing down these figures with subtracting the zeros and multiplying and coming up with figures so that we could estimate where we are in relation to where we wanted to be as far as our financial future. It was, for all practical purposes, kind of like a 5-minute sales presentation that you might give at work. I'm assuming that since you do this kind of work, that you have this conversation regularly with clients. And there's nothing wrong with giving that as part of a Toastmasters speech, but it lacked the creativity and the inspiration that I'm so used to hearing from you. I think that your speech has potential, and I look forward to you going back and using your creativity and inspiration in your next speech.